Hi there, in this lesson, we are going to add our footer tag right after the main tag. We're going to add two nested div inside the footer tag. The first div, it's going to be filled with images of social media icons, and therefore we will style it at the margin so it's not too near to the edges of the left and the top as well. And same goes for the copyright class, where we are going to style it as well. And when you scroll down to the tablet view and therefore go down to the mobile view, it looks this way. Cool, huh? So let's go and start it now. So select the main tag from the text selector and click once on the live view. Now you go Insert, Footer, and you're going to put it right after the main tag. Okay, so take a look here. This is the main, this is the footer. Okay, and content for the new footer tag goes here, the text placeholder. So we're going to create the CSS for it. Styles, into the global, after the main tag, add the plus sign. Going to type footer. So it's pre-filled in. So we're going to give it a height of 120 pixel. Alright, and we're going to fill it in with a background color. I'm going to put it white. Alright, so now you can proceed and delete the text holder. Well, I prefer to delete the text holder from the code view here. Okay, so that it's nice and clean. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a div tag inside the footer. So click the footer from the text selector and click once on the live view and insert div. I'm going to insert it nested, right? So it goes inside. Look at that, it goes inside. And just right after the first div, I'm going to insert the second div, which is after. So there you go. Look at the code. Open footer tag and closing footer tag, the first div and the second div. Both of this div is nested inside the footer tag. For the first div, which contains social media icon, it's going to float on the left side. And for the second div, it will be on the right side. So we have to go and create a class for the float left and float right. Styles.css, into the global, add a selector right after the footer. I'm going to type period float left and add another class, period float right. Okay, so the main function for the float left class here, it will be floating to the left. And for the float right, the main function would be float to the right. Let's save the work first. File, save all. And I'm going to apply the CSS class, which is the float left, into the first div and float right into the second div. So I'm going to click once at the live view here. Right, you type dot float left. All right, you see the class here, div class float left. Now for the second div, type in dot float right. So it went to the right. Now let's save the work and preview. So this is the preview version. Okay, the first div is on the left, the second div is on the right, and the white background is our footer, just right after the main tag. Back to the Dreamweaver. So in order to insert the social media icon, you have to delete the tag, right? So just delete it on the code view and proceed to insert image. Now I'm going to look for our exercise files. You're going to put in social media 1. Now look at the code here. It says div class float to the left, img image src source from the image directory folder. The file name is social media 1 png file, and the width is 37 by 37 height, and you need to insert an alternate text here. Now Google will like this for the ranking purpose, so a good keywords is for the good alternate text. So you can do it on the live view as well. You see this burger menu over here, click on it, right? The alt text, we can put your name, all right, and put FB portfolio, and you can link this to your Facebook. Now for me, I'm going to send them to Hash right now, and I'm going to target to open at blank. All right, so this is done for the first social media icon. In order to insert the second social media icon, I'm going to right click on the first social media icon and duplicate it. All right, and click on my burger menu, click browse for files into my exercise files, and I'm going to grab my social media too. All right, and I'm going to change this to Twitter. So I'm going to put short form TW, and I'm going to send it to Hash right now, and it's going to open a target blank page, right? So it says target blank. All right, done. And for the third social media icon, I'm going to do the same thing. Right click, duplicate, click the burger menu, and click browse for file. Look for the exercise file. I'm going to grab my social media tree, and I'm going to change it to Insta. All right, I'm going to send it to Hash and open target blank page. So let's save and preview. All right, that's your preview page for the social media. Back to the Dreamweaver. For the second div, we're going to delete the text placeholder at the code view here. So we're going to type the copyright text. So this is the copyright text. Save and preview. So this is your preview page. And back to Dreamweaver. Now we want to style these two divs. The first div is the social media icon div. The second div is the copyright div. So in order to style that, we have to create a class for each of them. So we're going to create the first class. Styles into the global. We're going to create the class right after the float right. Okay, we're going to type in period social dash icon. Now for social icon, we're going to set the margin top to, let's say, 10 pixel. In order to see the effect, we have to apply the class to the div tag. So this is the div tag. I'm going to add the plus sign and type. Now before this, we have to save for all, save all, and type period social icon. Okay, if you want it more, you can put 15. All right, so same goes for the copyright tag. So we're going to create a new class for this dot copyright. So the same thing, you're going to apply the margin. I'm going to type in 15 as well. And in order to see the effect, we have to apply the class to the div tag. Click the plus sign, save all, right? Click the plus sign and type copyright. So this is your preview page, right? It looks good. Now, if you want to style the side of the margin for both div, back to Dreamweaver. So we're going to style the social icon first. So we're going to put the margin here 15 from the left. And at the same time, you have to type in 15 from the right as well. So let's save and preview. Okay, looks good now. Back to the Dreamweaver. Click Styles into the global. We are going to style our copyright. So for the left, we're going to type 15, and for the right, 15 as well. Let's save and preview. Now this is how it looks like when you go down to the tablet view and all the way down to the mobile view. Now you notice that it's not right, just not right at the center. So we're going to fix it, put it more right to the center. So back to the Dreamweaver. For the copyright, the styling, okay, for the top here, perhaps you have to increase a little bit more. So maybe 25. All right, let's see how it looks like. Right, now it looks good. All right, so that's for the footer tag and styling the social icon and also styling the copyright class. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add in our main copy. So we're going to do that in our next video.